market update. So today we are going to have a look. So first of all, I want to welcome all like the new traders that are like watching this channel for the first time. So I welcome you on board, and I just want to tell you that this channel is about like sharing the most probable scenarios possible we by using high probability techniques to forecast what the market is going to do. But more importantly, we forecast not only that, but we also try to find like the lowest risk entries, so that you are not going to put yourself like in an in a risky position where you won't be able to afford a loss if your trade comes, like if markets touches like your stop loss, or like hits your stop loss. Anyways, so the specificity of this channel is that this is the only channel that makes 5 videos a day. Also, the second specificity is that you can go back and look at almost all the videos, and you'll see that we have a high success rate. Okay, this is not like something that is based simply on on words, but these claims can be verified if you go back and look like at what we've done, and how we were able like to find high probability trades, and to help traders like get into these trades at the right time with a very low risk. Because more like you can make money, you can always make money on the markets, but what is more essential is that you don't lose your money. Okay, but if you want to don't lose your money, and if you want to have capital to be able to make money, and if you want to preserve your capital to be able to make money, you have to understand that trading is not about taking taking wild risks. Okay, you have to understand that risk to reward is very important, and this is what I focus on. Why? Because I'm a trader myself. I trade the DAX, and I do mostly scalping, but like forecasting the market, even a monthly chart is something that I also do. Why? Because I'm doing it like on a regular basis during like a very intense scalping session during the like usually during the morning and during the US market opens. So I trade most like I trade at most 30 minutes per day, and I'm able to make like to reach my daily goal. Why? Because I'm just taking like small trades, and I like laser focus on where I should be taking the trade. Like that's why I can be I'm able like to work on like higher time frame like charts, because it's the same thing. Trading is about fractals, and the fractal that you can find like in a daily chart, you'll find it in a 15 minutes, and you'll find it in a 1 minute, and even in a like in a tick chart. Okay, so let's get going. Here we have the Audnzd. So if you didn't like subscribe, please subscribe to this channel. This channel is going to be like I'm going to publish like 6 hours course on trading. This is going to be the most complete course on the internet, and it's going to be 100% free. Okay, so subscribe so you can get access to the course, and you can also get access like to more content, more daily content. Let's get going. Here we didn't trade this pair, so this is the Audnzd, but like I find it that it can be like an interesting pair for next week. Why? Because like the 5 waves, I mean 5 waves, like move is to me about to complete. So let me just draw something. I prefer to draw like pullbacks rather, especially when we are in an uptrend. I prefer like to draw the pullbacks, so I have an idea of what's going on. So this like this practice proved to be like very useful to me. So I know what's going on right now. Why didn't I didn't like I did why didn't I like plot this one? I mean this pullback. Why? Because this is part of like this is part like of an impulse. Okay, here it's really part of like a correction. I will explain how I decide if it's part of a correction or an impulse. I mean correction or an impulse. First of all, you have to look at the previous high. Okay, you have to look at the previous high and see if like the I mean the correction is like if the correction goes goes I mean corrects or and pulls back a significant like a significant value. Okay, it pulls back a significant value, making it clear that like this area is a pullback. But why this is not a pullback? This is a pullback. I mean, you can call it a pullback, but not a pullback in a 5 waves or in a waves theory. I mean definition. Why? Because here we didn't really pull back to this, even to this previous low. Okay, and even that we didn't even pull back to this small like previous low. No, we didn't. Whereas here we did. Okay, we did, because here we had the smallest. I can clearly see it here. We have a smallest, like we have smallest correction, and we went even deeper than that correction, meaning that this is a major one. So we just look for size and I mean size plus like aggressiveness. So this is aggressive, and this is also aggressive and deep, and this is also aggressive. So we are here. So the thing is that you should understand is that in this chart we might have like price turning back. Okay, so we might have like a reversal in the making. So let me show you the potential I mean the potential trade, not trade setup. We don't have a trade setup yet, but I will show you how to find like potential trade setups. So here, first of all, you shouldn't be trading like short in here, because price has already moved down. Okay, so price has already moved down. What you can do is you can draw a channel. Okay, so you can draw a channel just to have an idea of what's going on. You can draw a channel. You can draw this kind of channel. Okay, so what is the channel telling you? The channel is telling you the whole story of this up move. Okay, so you have to read a chart like you read a book, so you can like get an idea of what's going on. So what is interesting about this channel is that it gives us more information than what I was telling you. What did I tell you? I told you that for me this pullback is not major, and you can clearly see that it's not major. Why? Because like the up move, this up move, okay, this up move is in the middle of the channel. So meaning that like the potential for price to move even like further is not confirmed yet. Okay, so it's not confirmed yet. It's just like correction or a completion of a small correction, not a pullback, but a small correction for an up move. Whereas this kind of correction, the first correction, could be just the end of like the end of the up move. I mean the small up move. It could be the end because of its shape. Second information is that price is over. When price like moves aggressively, or when price corrects aggressively and pulls back aggressively, what does it do before? Right before? Well, it goes outside of the channel, so it overextends. So an overextension means that price would correct more aggressively. So this is something that you should know, and this is one of the ways I can I get information from my chart, because to understand a chart you have to read it like a book, like I said. Okay, so second thing that you have to be aware of is that we didn't hit the lowest, the lowest band of the channel. Okay, so we are still not confirming what could happen after this move, but what can we deduct? So what information can we get? So we'll get this information. Okay, so I'm just going to draw this. So this can be helpful. So this zone, this support zone is going to be major in the next couple of days. So you are either going to find like a sell opportunity, or this is going to be just like another correction, like a longer correction. If it's a longer correction, then like the next trade opportunity is going to take time like to materialize. So what you can also have here is a flat correction. So you could have here also a flat correction, price like bouncing back here and taking out like the sell orders, just like to continue here higher, and then like corrects again before like coming up and forming what we call like a flat. It could call like a little bit my drawing skills like are awful. So what I'm going to do it, I'm going to show you again, because this is not the way it should be. So we should draw here. I'm going to draw like the channel that is important here. So we have a rectangular, or like a horizontal channel here that should define what kind of structure we might be getting. Okay, so we might here correct again, and like either we are going to touch like tag this high, and then comes back here and tag like again the trend line just to fall, or it could be a correction to the upside, and the upside we should have like a correction right here, right? So we should have like a correction right here, and price should stay like above this level before like taking out like higher. But in my opinion, and just to add like even more certainty like to this chart, even though it's getting like clustered, so I'm going to remove most of these things very fast. Sorry about it. I'm going to remove everything here, so I can give you an idea of where you should like buy again if it's like a buy opportunity, and where you should sell. Okay, let's do it very fast. So what you can have here is, there you go. So here, as you can see, you have the 33% Fibonacci level. So if price like comes and like tags this low and then closes like above this like area, okay, so 1.069, you have an opportunity to buy for a continuation. Otherwise like if it closes below and stays below and forms like a flag below like the 26, so 1.005 like 71, then you have an opportunity to sell, and then the next stop would be like here at 479. Okay,